Hello everyone and welcome to another Train Sim World video. Today we are back on what is my, I'm gonna say fourth favourite route in TSW, behind West Coast Mainline South,
TPWS and AWS operational.
AWS and AWS is operational. Yeah, fan speed on high and get as low as you can go. Yeah, I'd say it's behind West Coast Mainline South, Brighton Mainline and Southeastern High Speed. Looks like my door's closing, right? Surely that's got to be something on the North London line. Oh look, there's two there. These will be 40 minutes an hour. Meanwhile, leaving in 1 minute. Stops today will be the usual Upper Holloway, Crouch Hill, Haringey Green Lane, South Tottenham, Black Horse Road, Walthamstow, Queens Road, Leighton Middleton Road, Leytonstone High Road, Wanstead Park, Wood Grange Park, Barking, and Barking Riverside. Should take about 40 minutes, I do believe. That is 40. I don't know how else you could say 40 minutes. I don't know how busy it will be freight-wise. I know it will be the usual 5 trains we'll see on the overground. I think it's a 6-train circuit. I'll be leaving here at 15 miles an hour. All we have to do is press interlock, so we'll leave at 55 seconds past the minute. There we go. And forward. Even on about 40% power. I've got the TV on 10 because it's quite a quiet train. Just gently rolling it out. I think it would have changed to 20 now. No, it hasn't. Change to 20 there. There we go. And oh, he's actually a bit late. Normally they're right on the signal by the time we've left. I'm going to say it should be about 40 minutes now. So we'll speed up to, is it 40 or 45? 40. So we'll cruise it into Holloway at 40. We've sped twice in this video already. Not good. This might not be the day for warm tea. I don't know how I should have tea by the way, but in fact it's warm. Emphasises one's distaste for it at this time. I think a bit of English, a bit descriptive language, not language. That's not what I'm talking about anymore. Just gently cruise it in. Just start slowing down for like a Holloway, which is right around the corner. But yeah, I didn't know I had such good knowledge on these routes. I say that like such a nerd. Ew, I didn't know how smart I was. But no, genuinely, I feel like you don't realise how much route knowledge you have on TSW until you try route others. So I massively recommend it to anybody that's trying to play others, just whack it off. You remember, things will come to you. And if anything, I find it harder to drive with the HUD on because it's sort of telling me how to drive when I know how to drive, if you know what I mean. time to close the doors at 10 seconds past 11. Yep. Don't want to leave too early. Oh, come on. Here we go. And 40% power. Next speed limit is a 30, I do believe. So I like all the scuff marks on the cab. I mean, these trains are what? This route would have been made in 2024. So this must be a 2023 timetable. So yeah, these trains are most probably 4 years old. No. 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, 4 years old at the time this route is set. But in present day, they're 6 years old. Half a decade on them already. Probably putting a good shift in. I can imagine they've done 1 million miles. Probably a bit more than that between them all. There we go. There's a 30 sign. The 30 sign has fallen over, which is possibly one of the best features on this route. It's managed to get Wi-Fi back as my phone. Hopefully streams on the car. Do I open a bit more and risk the possibility of more moths coming in? I've got a tiny amount of brake in. I wonder what the C's for. Brake, throttle, control, coast. Oh, it would be coast. Yeah, of course it will. Donuts. We overshot the marker a little bit up all the way, so I'm going to try and... Don't get me wrong, the marker is it's an objective, it's not a must, do you know what I mean? Like train drivers, if I went to the end of the platform at every single station, I wouldn't get told off for it. It's just something that you're meant to do, not something you have to. Yeah, I really like the adventure. I'm so glad we have it in game. Really nice. It's one of those units that's easy to drive, but it's not ridiculously easy to the point of boredom. Right, we've gained some time. We're about 40 seconds over there. Alright, let me close my curtain fully. Turn my light on. Now my window's quite a bit open, so we should get quite a breeze in here. We've still got some time left at Upper Holloway. But if too many moths come in, then I'm going to have to kick them out, I'm afraid. Close doors 20 seconds prior to departure. There we go. Sorry if you can hear any of the noise that's coming from outside. There's nothing I can do about it, but could go tell everyone to shut up, but that'd be a bit rude, and also I don't have the balls, so there you are. I'm speeding again, shot. It's days like this I wish I had a fan for the Xbox. Right, just cruising along at 30 and tagging green lanes. Going to see anything on the bridge? I feel like the trains are timed so you deliberately don't see them. Look, there's literally one appearing now. Right, let's coast in a little bit. Let's just relax it. That's the East Coast, mate, on Holloway. I think I've just set next door's block off. Turn the TV down like that. I love the horn on the Avenger, it sounds so cool. And that was a quick 15 minutes. I suppose it's 7.5 really if you think about it. Because it's 15 minutes between services, but as I travel 7.5 minutes this way, he's going to come and travel 7.5 minutes that way. If you get what I mean. Right, I've not focused too much on slowing down, and we're going to overshoot. Let's not do that, please, if we can avoid it. I think as a metro style service, you wouldn't get told off for using too much brake, like you would on an express. My hands are gross. Can we go back to when we were freezing our tits off? To rub our hands together to warm them up. I can't imagine I'd make a very good train driver to be pressing the horn all day. Apart from between 10 PM and 6 AM, of course. You're not allowed to. I wonder if the curtain's hiding all the lights and the moths can't see it. Well, let me close that door and I'll think about it. No moths come in that way. Right, 30 miles an hour. The only bad thing about this train is that these two screens aren't functional. Even if we had like what we had on the 380 where it says no image expected here, you know, we could still take that over nothing for sure. Can't driving very smoothly, am I? I'm gonna put the tiniest amount of brake on. Just sort of hold it into South Scotland where it comes down to 20 anyway, so yeah, this is a sort of, I was going to say east to west underbridge. It is east to west. Or is it west to east? Who knows? There's another neutral section warning sign. Unfortunately, it's not 12 o'clock, so we won't see the class 20 pouring out anytime soon. I think I've got all the layers for this route now. The services that might have something to the class 31. There's the first moth of the day to come on the road. I think he's dead. Goodbye. Right, and we're going to chill. God, I do love this bridge. Look at, with all the graffiti on it. We've got 710 to 60. Oh yeah. Nice, colourful, very vibrant image for the thumbnail. Right, let's put a bit of brake on because we are going downhill. Just gently slow it down. Not too much, not too little, because obviously we don't go rolling down the hill. That one must probably do. Coast from there. I might actually put the tiniest amount of throttle on. Just make it over. So there's a third warning for a neutral section, which, by the way, the neutral section is just here. No freight on any of these. Don't know if we're going to see freight on this route yet. There's that moth. Definitely got him then. Maybe I didn't. Who knows? Yeah, just crawling in. Got a minute left before we're meant to be here, so talking amongst yourselves and all that. Just gently gliding it in, really smooth on the brakes. I'll be throwing everybody about. Until you stop really harshly at the last second. Look at that, that's an awesome stop. Not awesome when you can compare it to the market, but when you compare it to that. Oh yeah. Suffragette outside. I'd love to guard these services back when these services would have had a guard, which I imagine they would have done when it was a 150 or something like that. I'm assuming they would anyway. I've never seen a driver only operated class 150. Driver only operation is a scary thought. There we go. Trying to get as much speed as we can for the neutral section, although the limit here is only 20, so I don't think we can do much more other than get to 20. Look, there's the sign for the neutral section. How we're gaining speed while going uphill, I'd love to know. There go the fans off. They come back on. It's time to go up to 40 and then bring it down to 20, I'd have said. For the wheat bridge. Wheat bridge, which is just round the corner, so a little braking input is required. Just gently bring the speed down, so we glide to 20 miles an hour. We're 16 minutes in already, heck. This is flying by. It's been a while since we've done one of these overground services, I have missed it. I was thinking about doing a 66 HOA video. Oh no. Why has it done that? Moth has just landed in my tea. That's not very nice. It's ruined me mood now, man. Why's it done that? What pillow? Or not? I'm speeding as well. This is not a great day to be alive. Every day's a great day to be alive. Ooh, there we go. Throwing the table around as well. There's not very much difference in what we can do to turn the light off, yes I am. Right, holding it at 20, which is good, but yeah, that's a shame. They put cover over it so I don't drink it, so I know why I'm not drinking it anyway. Right, that sounds for 45, so sort of here-ish. Up to, we'll go up to 40. I think we'll take off there actually. This is very nice. We're up Black Horse Road. And then I think next stop is Walthamstow Queens Road. Yep. In about 3 minutes time. I think we'll be late here. This is normally where we tend to get late. And then at what's the Grange Park? Is that where we tend to call back time? Yeah. Bloody hell, we need to stop here though. Flipping heck. Anyway, barreling through. There's another 710. I think this one's a little earlier than what it should be, scheduled wise, because normally with me, as this one's already in the platform. Yeah, it's meant to have in the 2070 station. Little rush
All our trains and stations almost.
Could be she actually. Up to 45 miles an hour. Signal Sierra 2-1, giving us the green light. Go ahead to proceed. Right, let's go 45 miles an hour. Off we go. Sort of concrete, no sleepers and ballast, concrete. we see all the railways like this? I assume not, because I don't think you could run 125-mile-an-hour tracks on that. I think you see a shed round this corner. I feel like on every service we should see a shed round this corner. Freight or passenger service, there's a shed round this corner. Shed, by the way, is the nickname for the Class 66 for those of you who don't know. I'm sure you will know, but you might not. Got Walthamstow does, it's basically them shops back there. We should have coasted a lot sooner than that, but let's bring the speed down. Begin to stop. They do come racing into these overground trains, I imagine. Like, I can't imagine it's as calm and smooth as an LNER stop. Or an Avanti stop. Still a bit beyond schedule. That was a much better stop, by the way. Why have they all got... Oh, it's for disabled access. This is a nice place. It's very relaxing. It's like the peaceful side of London. Oh, I didn't put it in neutral. What were they?
TPWS and AWS operational.
Right, so make sure it's closed and it's locked. I mean, it wouldn't go if it wasn't, but like 45. Yeah, I'm disappointed at that. Muffin tea. Not very nice. Hey, look what that guy did. That's not very nice. Great modes of keeping right and love that guy. And next stop's later moving, right? Yeah. We should have acknowledged us, and we should acknowledge that they've acknowledged us. A lot of acknowledgement going on. I don't think they acknowledged us, or we acknowledged them. What we did was we honked, but they didn't acknowledge us. It proved I hadn't done nothing to them, I'm just a train driver. Maybe they've had to step off the tracks for us. In fairness, that's not my fault, they should know the timetable of the trains. No one. Truck workers play a very important role within the railway. Almost as important, well, every role is as important as every other role, I'd say. Because obviously if there's no fixed track and there's no good track safe enough to drive on, and there's no trains, and without train drivers there's no trains, but without station staff there's also no trains. So do you know what I mean? There's no what's it? So without any of them there's no trains. I mean, I can see why you would say station staff necessarily, but yeah, I mean, for example, a station near me isn't staffed. But could you imagine if London Paddington wasn't staffed or something like that? Like, it'd be hell. Into neutral, off we go. Time, I think actually like, sure. If it likes to think we're on time, I'm certainly not going to complain. Door shut. Into forward. Into 40% power. Next stop, Leytonstone High Road. Nice. Dark outside, I mean it's 10:15, but it could be this time. I'm trying to use breakfast fan. Oh my lord, we're speeding. this has genuinely been a terrible run. I do apologise to everyone for that. I've been the best of driving. That's what little lapses in concentration can do. Can be vital. Yeah, I'm coming into Leytonstone High Road. What's it? Leytonstone High Road. Wanstead Park. No. Woodgrange Park. No, Wanstead Park, Woodgrange Park. Barking Riverside, I think. Yep. Get the HUD off. Don't need that. We are cruising in there. Too slow. I think we should see him. Yeah, there we go. No sheds so far. What's happened? They all been kidnapped. What's happened to all the sheds? There's not even one. There's one en route, way over there. We go. Yeah, one stop I've got to put it into neutral. We've been speeding twice. No, speeding 3 times and major overspeed twice. Yeah, not been a very good day. I can guarantee I won't be like this if I was ever given the opportunity in real life. I can assure you of that. 40 eventually. There we go. Yeah, it's only coming to 40. Oh no. Nothing between here and the next station, so let's just roll in. There we go, speeding for the 4th time. Right. Let's just put a little bit of braking. Just to hold us. Sounds interesting. Sounds awesome. There's some nice flats. And I'm surprised to see this many houses. I'm surprised it isn't just flats. Station somewhere around here, so yeah, there it is. Bringing the speed down. Next 710 we see should be at Barking Riverside. No, we'll see one at the Woodgrange Park. Overshoot. It is slightly. I won't get told off that one though, I don't think. Yeah, we should see one at Woodgrange Park, then Barking Riverside. So I think it might actually be a 7 train circuit. Right, speed limit is 40. As we exit here. There's a sign just there. I haven't got my armrests down. Why not? There we go. Bit more beans, and then full spaghetti hoops. Yeah, it's going to be a tough night to go to sleep in this heat. Oh my god, another major overspeed. I'm so sorry to everyone watching. It's not good driving at all. In fairness, it's fairly late at night, so excuse me on that. I did play TSW earlier on the 350. Unfortunately, not everything has the 350's brakes. Right, down the bottom of this hill, it should be 30. As we cross the junctions, that is, anyway. Phone screen's gonna go off. There we go. And here we are. Maybe we're not due to see another 710 here. I thought we are. Are we back on time? Not really. Close enough though. There's no tunnels on this route, I've just noticed. Don't get me wrong, there are tunnels under many a main line, but there's no actual tunnels. That's great. Is there tunnels on any of the London Underground routes? I mean, I can imagine more if it's overground than it is underground. Otherwise, they'd most probably swap them. Could you imagine that? Tube trains being London Overground trains. Oh, sorry. Suffragette line trains. Yeah, could you imagine? This is your Bakerloo line London Overground service. If the underground was more overground than the overground, and the overground was more underground than the underground. That was a lot of words in a very short space of time. Yes, actually, sorry, we see 710 on this bend. I think I was speeding again. Absolute wally. Absolute dim net, whatever it's called. But yeah, I believe we haven't seen a shed. Or even a Tees Valley shed. Using the BBA wagons. Service cancelled in the circuit. Alright, let's go over that. Any sheds? No. Not going to see a shed on today's service. It's a shedless service. Maybe it would have had sheds on if, Alright, mate. Hello. Yeah, maybe the service would have had sheds on if I had 31 layers. Possibly. It's a bit stuttery, so I'm going to save it again. Oh, no, do not reset the simulation physics. I'd rather you didn't do that. I think there's a tube route around here in the 1938 stop by River Games if you have it. But I don't. I don't understand the point of that DLC. It's a 1938 stock rolling around in 2021. If it was for rail tour purposes, I'd get it. But then tube trains, without being against tube trains, they're all sort of the same. But really, when you think about it, aesthetically and model-wise, I don't know, that's supposed to probably upset a lot of people, and I am sorry for that, but that's just my opinion. Let's go down to the end of the platform that way. race car marker is not for us. It's this one right down there that's for us. On station on the route. Does not feel like we started this video 35 minutes ago. There'd be tons of AI around here. And it's a shame there's not. I'd love to see the C2C in one day. I mean, they did the Great Western Express remaster, they teased C2C 387, so who knows, maybe one day. We go 30 miles, 45 miles an hour, nice. Does it go down to, yeah, it does go down to 30, I thought so. I thought maybe I was chatting miles. We're at 45 miles an hour then. Let's just try and dunk my head in a bowl of water. Nice cold bowl of water. You wouldn't have to report it if it was 1 or 2 miles an hour over. If it was 3 or 4, you'd have to report that as a major on the speed to the signal. Still getting solid green signals. 20 over there. Guarantee we're not going over there. If we are, we're coming off the rails. We are going over that way though. Which I think that's 50. Across. I'm not going across from fair up there. Is it 40 across? That's 50 across 40 in the signal. Continue shutting down to 40 then. There we go. Sounds. Could you imagine if this unit got suspension? I don't know if the West Coast mainline one has suspension. But if it did, you would have thought they would have copied it over. There we go. But yeah, genuinely, this is top 4 favourite routes in TSW. I don't know how to do that. There's no need for me to do that. Especially when the speed limit is down to 25, we should be coasting really. Oh well, green signal here. The next signal will be a 35. Next signal, the speed limit will be 25. Mile away. Don't know, mate, off sleep. That'll be one of the best names to have, Arthur. And last name Sleep. Alright, Arthur Sleep. Hang on. Is that signal red? No, it's not. I was going to say, I hate the way that signal looks. It looks red. down to 20. Looks like with the way this station's built and the tracks continue, that an extension could one day be on to Thames Mead. I wonder if those construction workers would wavy. Most probably not, 'cause they're not on the railway. Right, let's cruise it in at 10. 4 minutes early. There he is. If you did enjoy today's video, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time for some more Train Sim World. Bye for now.